Okay, guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we are about to talk about how I use market structure to take this particular trade on NASDAQ and S&P 500. You can see similar trade, right? So we are going to use market structure. I use market structure in taking this particular trade, right? So today I'm going to teach you how I use market structure in taking this particular trade. So without wasting my time, let's dive into it. So this trade was supposed to be a continuous trade, right? I took the first trade and this is a second trade, but I don't want to make the whole thing complicated, so I'm going to remove this particular one here. And whilst I explain, you will understand why that particular trade came up. So this particular trade, you can see that on the daily time frame here. Let's just do before we even talk about how I got this trade, let me explain the intuition behind this to you guys. So we are going to talk of break of structure, and we're also going to talk of change of character, right? So let's write it down here. Break of structure. Normally we use BOX to represent break of structure, and we talk about change of character, COC, change of character, right? So these are the two topics we are going to discuss today. Before I even explain to you how I use these concepts and market structure. So the market structure is the boss over all of these, right? Market structure is the boss over all of this. So let me just make it very certain for you guys to see. So market structure, and under market structure we are having BOS, which is break of structure, and we are having change of character, right? So now let's dive into it. So I'm going to use one scenario, or I'm going to use all the two scenarios, and we are going to talk about the scenario I used in taking this particular trade, right? So let's take a trending market, right? For example, like so this particular example here, and let's also take another trending market so that the trending market, market trends either to the downside or to the upside, right? So let's take these two trending markets. Let me bring it closer. Let's take these two trending markets. So now, anytime market creates a high and it does its pullback and creates another high that surpasses the high that it created. So this is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So this is in the bullish section, or in the market when the market is bullish, right? So the moment the market breaks the previous high to create another high, we term that particular area as well as break of structure. It is very simple. So this is a break of structure. Also, this is also another break of structure. So now we are done with the break of structure in the bullish section. Now let's talk about the change of character. So the change of character is when market. So you see the sequence of this thing is that market creates a low, it creates a low. So this particular one was to create another low to move up. But the moment it changed and now created a lower low instead of a lower high, now this particular term here becomes what? A change of character. So this particular area here, breaking at this level, failing to create another higher low, another lower high by creating a lower low here, it's what? A change of character. Sorry. Now, when a change of character occurs, what it should come in your mind, every trader, is that there is a high possibility that the market is going to change direction over a short period of time or over a long period of time, depending on the time frame you are using. Now, Let's talk about the change of character and break of structure in the lower in the downside market or the market trend. So now the market is creating lows, creating lows. So any you see lower low. So this is the latest low is created. It breaks and created another low. So anytime market breaks a low to create another low, we term that as what? Break of structure. This is in the bearish setting. So this particular one here, this is a break of structure. This is also a break of structure. But now, what happens is that, so you see, it creates this high here, creates this high here. So this high was supposed to create another high here, right? But it failed, but rather created a higher high rather. So this higher high becomes your what? Your change of character. So now market has changed character. So what you should tell yourself or what you should be expecting is that there is a high likelihood that this particular market can move to the upside in the long run or in the short run, like I said, depending on the time frame you are using. All right, now that is it. That is it. I took my time. Now let's just dive into the actual. So now the setup was very clear on the 1 hour time frame, right? So you can see that this particular market is really swinging to the lower side, right? It is really swinging to the downside. Now, why did I take a buy even though the market is selling? Now that comes in. That is where the market structure comes in. So you can see that market created a low here, and this low led to this particular high. So this high was supposed to create another low, right? This high was supposed to create another low, but what happened? It failed to create another low. Look at this. It failed. Let me remove this particular area here, and let me just make it very easy for you to see what I'm trying to say. So you can see that the market failed. Look at it at this level. Look at this low and look at this low. You can see that this low is lower than this one. You see, the candlestick formation tells a lot about what the market is going to do. So if you clearly understand the market by looking at the candlesticks, trust me, you are 50% profitable. And guys, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so that whenever I post any educative content, you will get it immediately I post it so that you can have your bite on it. Do you understand? So let's continue. So you can see that it failed at this level, and what happened? This latest high here got broken at this level, right? So after I saw this, I was like, oh God, thank you for giving me this. Why am I thanking God? Because it's an opportunity that I can grab, I can take advantage of it. Now so after I saw that, I went straight into the 15 minutes time frame. So let me just make it quick for you. 15 minutes. So on the 15 minutes time frame, you can see the break of structure very clearly, like I indicated in the drawings, right? So what I was expecting is that market should just come into this area here, then bounces off to a buy position, right? So I was waiting for market to just start into this area here. Why this area? Why this area? Someone will ask, why this area? This area is serving as a valid support area, right? A valid support area. Why am I saying valid support area? Price came here for the first time. It came here for the second time, and it went to break of structure. So it can be considered as a valid supply area. Is it demand zone? Sorry, demand zone. This is a demand zone or a support area. Yes, so a demand zone or support area. Let's just continue with it. So I set my pending order at this level that market should come and tap into it. And voila, So I set my buy limit order at this level here. Market tap into it, and you see the magic the market did. So the next one was why you asked me why did I take the trade on the like the second trade continuation here. So this place was where the market breaks structure, right? So one way I trade continuation is that where the market breaks structure, I am waiting for market to come to that area there, to that area, and I'll be expecting some kind of reactions over there. So if I see a lot of reactions over there, then I can take my. So you can see that there was multiple rejections over here. So that was what motivated me to take the trade here. Keep my stop, keep my stop below here, and my profit above this high, right? So this one too was a very wonderful 1:7 risk to reward, and market is really going. Market has moved. I think we are up 1:3 or so. We were up 1:3, 1:3, yes, and market has done a pullback. So when at times like this, the liquidity of the market goes low. So you don't expect greater moves in the Sydney and the Tokyo session. You don't expect greater moves. So guys, this is it. That was the intuition behind everything. So if you are not subscribing, if you've not subscribed, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because there are more educative stuff that I'm going to provide for you for free. So guys, watch out for the next series, and it's going to be on either trading sessions or a trading strategy. So let's watch out for it.